Hello students, how are you? Hi, this is Narendra Jain, teaching chemistry from last 22 years. Students, we are going to begin chapter Solution of class 12th. Today, we will start our chapter number first, Solution. See, Solution. If we are going to define the term solution, it means the homogeneous mixture of two or more components is called as solution. Here the term homogeneous mixture means what? Homogeneous mixture means when we are mixing the two components, then after mixing them, it is not been able to identify the component individually. For example, consider a glass full of water. In it, add sodium chloride and stir the solution. After some time, what you will see that in the saline solution, it is not been able to identify the water and the NaCl particles. It means what? In the homogeneous mixture, the both components are mixed together in such a way that we are not being able to identify them individually. Similarly, if we take a glass, again full of water, and in that glass, if we add silica, that is sand, in such condition, no matter how much we mix, how much we stir, but even then the sand particles are visible in the given container. So such mixtures in which the components are we are able to see the components individually, they are actually called as the heterogeneous mixture. And basically in this chapter, when we are focusing on the homogeneous mixture, then we can say these are the true solutions. So in this chapter, we will going to discuss what are the true solutions. Again, I am going to repeat, the homogeneous mixture of two or more component is called as solution, or we can say true solution. Now see, if we focus on the point that components of the solution, then we know that every solution is made up of two components. Two components means a solution is basically made up of two components. Two components are, one is solvent and other is solute. What do you mean by the word solvent? That component in which solute is dissolved, or we can say in the solution that component which is in more quantity, that component which is in more quantity is called as solvent. Similarly, solute, in the component which is dissolved is called as solute, or we can say which is in less quantity. The general concept is that component which is in the more quantity is considered as the solvent, and the component which is in the less quantity is considered as the solute. For example, 20 gram carbon tetrachloride CCl4 is dissolved in 100 gram of benzene. In this case, carbon tetrachloride is working as the solute and benzene is working as the solvent. Why? Because it is in the less quantity and it is in the more quantity. Similarly, what we do, second example, this is first example, second example, 80 gram of benzene is mixed in 100 gram of CCl4. Now in this case, benzene is in the less quantity, so it will be working as the solute, and carbon tetrachloride is in the more quantity, it will be working as the solvent. So in the general concept, that which is taken in the more quantity is solvent and that which is taken in the less quantity is solute. But remember about this compound, this is what? Yes students, this is water. In case of water, no matter whatever is the quantity, you all know water is universal solvent. That is, either the water is less in the quantity or water is more in the quantity, but it will be always considered as the universal solvent. Otherwise, except water, that component which is in the less quantity is solute and that component which is in the more quantity is solvent. Now, if we go for the next topic is the types of the solutions. If we go for types of solution, then if you want to write, you can write with me types of solution. Then first, on basis of number of components, on basis of number of components, A, binary solution. What do you mean by the word binary solution? Binary solution means that solution in which two components are present. Two components are present. Example, we take NaCl solid plus H2O, that is liquid. This is called as the binary solution. Second, ternary solution. What do you mean by the word ternary solution? As the name indicates, the solution which has got three components is called as ternary solution. For example, NaCl plus sugar, that is, we can say C12H22O11, that is your sucrose, plus water. In this case, we are saying that they are the three components. That's why it is called as ternary solution. Now the C, third one is quaternary solution. As the name indicates, it is that solution which has got the four components. They are called as quaternary solution. Example, NaCl, we can say HCl, we can say again sugar and the water. This is called as quaternary solution. And if more than four components are present, then it is called as polynary solution. That is, more than four components. But remember one thing, whatever is the type of the solution, either it is the binary solution or it is ternary solution or quaternary and the polynary, one component will be the solvent. Solvent is always one component will be the solvent, and remaining all plus remaining all are solute. That means what? If we say quaternary solution, then we have got the three solutes and water is the, already we have told, universal solvent. So this is first on the basis of the number of the component. Second, is on basis of amount of solute dissolved. Remember this point, the word is dissolved. On basis of amount of solute dissolved. On this basis, we have got two types of the solution. First is dilute solution and second is concentrated solution. What do you mean by the word dilute solution and concentrated solution? For this, in order to decide the solution to be the dilute or to be the concentrated, the first thing, solvent should be same. Remember this point, solvent should be same and should be taken in same quantity. For example, consider two glasses. Filled with 1 liter of water. In both glasses we have taken 1 liter of the water. Now in the glass first, what we have done, we have added 1 mole of any component, let it be NaCl, and in the glass second we have added 2 moles of NaCl. Now see, that solution in which solute is in less quantity as compared to other solution, it is called as dilute solution. And the solution in which solute is in more quantity as compared to other solution, it is called as concentrated solution. And the condition provided is, in both cases, solvent should be same, as well as the solvent should be taken in the same quantity. For example, if we say 1 liter of the water is taken here and we have taken 2 liter of the water, in that case both solutions are similar. Why? Because 1 liter water contains 1 mole and the 2 liter water contains 2 mole, meaning is the same. That's why I am saying solvent should be same and it should be taken in the same quantity. Then it is called as the, if it is in the less quantity, then dilute solution. If it is in the more quantity, then concentrated solution. Okay. Next we go, third classification is on the, if we go for this, third classification is on the basis of amount of solute dissolving, on the basis of the amount of solute dissolving. What does this mean? For example, on this basis we have got 3 types of the solution. The first is unsaturated solution, second is saturated solution, and the third is, you all know, supersaturated solution. To explain this, consider a glass filled with 1 liter of the water. If in this glass we are going to add NaCl in the solid form, initially if in the solution NaCl is added and it is dissolving, with the help of a stirrer, what we are saying, when we are adding the NaCl, it is kept on dissolving. If solute can be further added, solute can be further added, it is called as unsaturated solution. And at a particular temperature, generally room temperature, when solute stop dissolving, it is called as saturated solution. And if solute does not dissolve at any temperature, then it is called as supersaturated. So on the basis of the amount of solute dissolving, we have got the 3 types of the solution: unsaturated, saturated, and the supersaturated. Now if we go, these are the basically types of the solution on the basis of the amount of solute dissolving. Now we can classify the solution on the basis of the physical state of the solute as well as the solvent. Since we are discussing true solutions, so true solutions on the basis of physical states are of 9 types. How can we discuss the 9 types? For this we are going to draw a table on basis of physical state. Remember, we are talking the physical state of both solute as well as the solvent. We have got the 9 types of the solution. How? Let's see. We are going to draw a table there. I am going to write the solute here, solvent here, and example. We can say gas, 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 liquid, solid, liquid, 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 gas, liquid, solid, and solid, 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 and again it is gas, liquid, and the solid. Means what? In the first 3 cases, gas will be working as the solvent. If gas is the solute and the gas is the solvent, then the best example is the air. You all know in the air mainly three gases are there: nitrogen, carbon dioxide and the oxygen. And but obvious, nitrogen is in the maximum quantity, therefore nitrogen will be considered as the solvent and remaining all the gases will be considered as the solvent. So we can say air. Now the second example is liquid and gas. That means liquid is in the less quantity and gas is in the more quantity. The best is the water vapors in the air. Water vapor in air. The third example is solid in the gas. We can say iodine vapors in the air. We can also write dust, but it is more better to write this example, iodine vapors in the air. Now, next component begins. It is, what is this? Liquid is working as the solvent. Again, gas, liquid and solid is working as the solute. So the first, when the gas is in the less quantity and liquid is in the more quantity. Best example, CO2 in the water. You all know our cold drinks. It contains carbon dioxide in the less quantity and liquid is in the more quantity. Liquid and liquid, we can take carbon tetrachloride plus benzene. Both the liquids are mixed together. It is the example of the liquid to liquid. Solid liquid, the most common example, NaCl in the water. This is the example of the solid and the liquid. Now see, next we have taken the solid as the solvent. In such case, again three categories are in: gas plus solid. It means what? Gas should be in the less quantity and solid should be in the more quantity. The best example is hydrogen over nickel. Second, liquid is in the less quantity and solid is in the more quantity. We all know that jam or jellies. In such case, liquid is in the less quantity and solid is in the more quantity. We can also write amalgamated sodium, that is mercury on the sodium. This is called as amalgamated sodium. And the last, solid is in the less quantity and solid is in the more quantity. Best example is alloys, all colorful glasses. So these are the classification of the solutions on the basis of the components, we can say physical states of the component. Today we are going to stop this lecture here. We'll meet tomorrow for the next topic. Thank you.